everybody, my name is Jennifer Rosales. I am the Administrative Director here with Young Visionaries Youth Leadership Academy. We are partnered with the Listos California for All campaign, where we provide different resources to y'all, so how to prepare for natural disasters. And we have my partner here.
Hi everybody, my name is Yoselina Aldama. I am a promoter for Young Visionaries. I am the office manager for Young Visionaries, and I outreach and coordinate events for Listos campaign.
So the Listos California was first introduced by Governor Newsom. So his goal, again, is to provide these resources and just a little bit of knowledge for everybody to be prepared. So the campaign goal is to get emergency prepared and have the tools directly that you need in order to succeed and be ready to protect yourself, your family, your friends, your neighbors, pets, anybody pretty much. So your preparedness will help save lives. First responders and other emergency staff team will do their very best to kind of help us in these times of need. But it is key to be prepared because they can't be everywhere at once. We're already shorthanded as it is with first responders, and they might have a priority case somewhere else and you might not be their priority. So you got to make sure that you have the knowledge you need to protect yourself and get out and then help others on the way.
Critical steps for preparedness. Everybody participating today has different levels of knowledge. Some people are advanced in their preparedness and some people aren't. That's what this video is here to help you with.
So we're going to start by introducing the 5 key steps on how to prepare for the natural disasters. So, are you guys ready?
Number 1 is to get alerts. How would you get information about a disaster that is coming underway? The best way to do that is by dialing 211 and signing up for alerts. You can also go on calalerts.org or by texting Listos CA to 72345 to get ready for disasters and to receive messages on your mobile phone.
So create a plan. That's step 2. Right? Create your own emergency preparedness plan and then customize it to your needs. So we have, if you just take these simple steps and then encourage everybody in your family to do so, we can help prepare you and then even save your life, right? So you can find how-to guides by putting together. We're gonna put some wonderful links here for you guys so you can download it on yourself. Call us, we can send it to you, or if you text, like Ms. Jocelyn said here, Listos CA to 72345, then they will actually personalize, send it to you in any language that you want.
So part of creating a plan is connect and protect. So make a list. Make a list of the important people that you want to get a hold of in case of an emergency. So this guide that's provided to you, it actually has an emergency contact list where you can actually write down all of important information such as contact name, address, cell phone or email, because in any case of emergency and there's no places for you to charge phones, you may not have a cell phone where you can have your saved contacts, and not a lot of people remember their phone numbers.
Yes, make sure you share that copy too with everybody. Again,
everybody in your household.
We will have the link so you can get your Connect and Protect plan on the bottom here, or you can reach out to Young Visionaries and we can send you one. Part of the creating a plan, you have your evacuation plan. You got to know how to get out, and you got to know how to get out quick. When in the situation, you got to figure out what are your exit routes. What is the fastest and safest way to get out? And make sure you share that plan too with everybody in your family. You don't want to be running left and everybody's running right. Right? Like, you want to make sure everybody gets out to safety. So it's important that you get that, same as your Connect and Protect plan. You got to share that with everybody and then give it to that way you guys are all on the same page. Look at where your safe places are. You can dial 211. 211 is a great resource to have because they can also help you on finding those safe places, and then even direct you to specific, like if you need a specific need, they can direct you on how to get there, because not all safe places or safe houses have the need that might need you.
So again, be ready to go in the safest direction to the nearest safe place with little to no warning. Number 1, follow the guidelines of the local authorities. Number 2, learn different ways to get out of your community fast. And number 3, be ready to go to your safe place, which is the safe place that you and your family have come to a decision to. In any case of an emergency, you know where you're going to meet in case if you guys don't have contact with each other.
Exactly. So most disasters are unexpected, right? Like we don't know. We don't know, like, hey, tomorrow at 5 o'clock there's an earthquake, so be prepared. These
You don't
things
get those alerts.
exactly. They'd be nice, but no, they just happen, and you want to be prepared. So you might not have time to shop or even pack or even think of what it is that you actually might need. So it is important to get all your items together now and just start slow. Make your list. It's always important. Make your list. We're getting close to Christmas, right? You make your list and you check it twice. Do the same for your disaster plan.
You also can create a go bag. So pack ahead. Be prepared for the disaster in any case that you have to leave your home. You have a to-go backpack where you have all your essential needs, such as important documents, such as birth certificates, immunization records, passports. You should always have cash as in change or small bills. You should also have a map because you don't know if you're going to have access to charge your phone. And a lot of people like navigation, but you need to learn how to read a map and have a map on hand. And medication lists for people, in elderly, your grandparents that might be in your home and they need their medication, and you need to have the list of stuff that they need to take at a daily basis. You should always have that list with you as well.
That's right. So a go bag can make a big difference in any emergency, right? So let's get ready. Today, look, we got some wonderful little go bags here. Let's see what kind of things we can put in them, right? I'm like, I don't know what that is. All right, Leah, we got a toothbrush here, right? You don't want to be stinky out there.
Important document holder. This is where you can actually keep your documents in a safe place. It's waterproof. It's a good place to store them. You can do like a copy of your birth certificates, passports, whatever it may be, and you could just put it in there. You can have one of these for each of your family members, and you can put each important document that they need to have with them at all times. And you can seal it, put it in your backpack, and they're copies, so you don't have to bring them out again.
A perfect bag. A perfect bag can be, anything from, these little backpacks right here, right? Just for your essential needs. But you have to consider that in the time of need, like you're literally probably are going to be running, or you're going to be carrying your baby, or your pet, or anybody. So you don't want to overdo it with an oversized bag as well either. You have to be able to move with it. So if you can find a bag that has wheels on it, that's probably even perfect, because then you can just drag that thing with you, right? So it's in your bag, obviously, pack some, different kind of clothing, whether it be
Something light, not too many pairs of clothes, because you don't want to have to carry that around. Just enough to get by for the 3 days, let's say.
Yes, and then your personal needs, right? Like they say, I guess one of the perfect ways to start, right, is make your list. I think we're emphasizing on the list today, right? So you wake up every morning. What's the first thing you do, right? Do you brush your teeth? Do you wash your face? Do you
Hygiene supplies?
Yes. So just think about all of the things that you do on a normal basis, and then make a list of that, and then see what it is that you must actually need, and then try to get a travel version of that size.
Yes.
Because again, you don't want to add too much weight to you, and then you can't actually move around with it.
Same thing. So your medications. Pack enough medication for at least 3 days, because you don't know how long you're going to be out for. So for your grandparents or your parents that need any type of daily medication, pack at least 3 days worth. That's very important to have, because you don't know if the pharmacies are going to be closed or open. Just like the pandemic you were mentioning earlier, that a lot of the medication was hard to come by because of everything that was going on. So again, just pack at least 3 days worth.
Basic electronics. So try to pack an extra battery charger, or even like those little portable chargers are also helpful. We might not have service at all times, or access to outlets if the electricity is down. So you want to be able to make sure you at least have your phone's charged, because even though we might not have like cell service or something, you're still going to get alerts, and you're still going to be able to communicate and contact emergency responders like the police, and the police can connect you to like an ambulance or a firefighter. You know, food and drink, you know, have some bottled water in there. Doesn't have to be a large one, but if you have a bag for every single person, then everybody can carry their own water. That way you don't feel like you have the whole burden on yourself.
And something she didn't mention, back to electronics, is the battery operated radio. That's also important, because if you don't have your phone to, I don't know, have access to, you know, the news or what is going on, updates, it's good to have a radio to get those updates. Stay safe. In some disasters, you may be safer staying at home. So how can you get prepared in any case of any disaster that you have to stay at home? You build a kit. This kit can include food, water, and medical supplies for, and an emergency kit for at least 72 hours worth. Food such as, you know, canned goods, stuff that you know, don't have to cook on a stove. And water doesn't only have to be drinking water. It can also be faucet water. Yes, faucet water. And then your emergency kit. In any case of emergency, you know, you should have your little kit in case of, you know, the kids get hurt or anything like that.
The good thing about this one, you don't have to worry about weight, right? Because that's a stay-home kit.
Stay at home.
So your stay-home kit, you know, just some stay box basics, right? It's just keep it away somewhere safe. You know, don't keep it in a cupboard where you're gonna keep, you know, taking stuff out of it, right? I was doing that for a little bit. I had my stay box at home, and I'm like, oh shoot, I ran out of tuna, and I go and steal it out of my stay-home box. Don't do that. You know, just again, you know, like they're saying, you know, if you have to stay at home and you're stuck at home with no electricity or no way to connect with anybody, it can be very uncomfortable to just be stuck at home without being able to go somewhere and get your supplies that you need. So it's good to prepare for, again, 72 hours, 3 whole days. And then the basic needs that they say is you have to save up to at least 3 gallons of water per person. You know, it can be drinking water. You know, you don't want to waste all your drinking water, so maybe even get like some empty gallons and start filling them up with the faucet water and set those aside. You know, again, set aside foods that are not going to spoil, that don't need any cooking at all, or just minimal cooking. You know, think about what your family likes to eat, because again, you know, sometimes you're stuck with like, oh, I don't really want to eat that, but you know, think about what you like to eat and then what needs minimal cooking. And then, you know, set aside plastic bags. So plastic bags with like the little zip ties, you can use them for toiletry purposes, like, right? Because if the power's out, the power's out, there's no running water. You don't want that sitting in your house, right? If you're stuck there for 3 whole days.
Right.
So, you know, just get a little poopy bag so you can
Yes.
throw it outside. All right.
So additional items to consider. Your sleeping bags, warm blankets, because you are not going to have electricity. You can't have the heater on, especially for your kids. You know, you want to have extra blankets for them. And then the household chlorine bleach and medicine dropper, that's good to have to create some drinking water, believe it or not, right?
Yes, it has to be, what is it? Do not use scented chlorine.
Yeah, no scented.
No scented, color safe, or anything, or with added cleaners. It has to be straight, plain bleach, like nothing else in it, because then it's not going to work. Another thing with fire extinguishers. Yes, and that we have matches. So matches are good for, you know, setting up grills outside, right? If you need to light them up.
You don't need electricity for that.
Exactly. And then a whistle to signal for help. A lot of things, you know, whistles, I mean, you can get those at the 99-cent store. So there, and then I think they come in like packs of 3 or 4. And then that's good for if you have collapsed lungs, or you can't yell, or you're somewhere that's, you know, doesn't have a lot of, like, I guess, vocal air so people can hear you. You can use your whistle to get attention, and then make sure that way somebody can come find you.
Dust mask, that's also good, because you just never know what the type of emergency may be like, and it may be hard to breathe because of the air. Whatever's in the air, it can affect you. Dust mask is important. Moist toiletries, like wipies. You just never know. You're gonna need to use the restroom. So, same thing with the garbage bags. You want to, have that for trash and also toiletry, and then duct tape or wrench or pliers or any type of tools that you can use to, I don't know,
turn off your gas.
Off your gas.
You don't want to have a leaking gas, so you got to make sure you know how to turn that off. If you have like a water that's like just sprouting out everywhere, you're gonna make sure you can turn that off as well too. Because what if it gets near like some electricity or something? It can cause, a bigger fire or some doom stuff.
Yes, are always important.
Yes.
Local maps. So it's good to know, your local maps. You'd be surprised. There's some people that don't know their way around their own city. So it's good to have local maps of, where everything is located in case you need to find something. And paper cups, plates, plastic utensils, paper towels, for when you eat. It's good to have something that's disposable because obviously you're limited on water. You can't be washing your dishes. Paper and pencil, and books, games, and puzzles, or other activities that may be good to entertain not just yourself, but the kids especially, because they are going to be limited on using their phones. You're probably going to want to be saving your battery life on your phone, and you're not going to want them to be using phones, tablets, and you probably can't charge them either. So it's good to have something to keep them entertained.
Safety tips for any disaster. Again, get alerts, make a plan, get to safety, stay safe at home, learn how to stay safe at home when needed, and then, help your friends and neighbors out. We're all in this together, and then, together, what is it? Power comes in numbers, right? Yes. So if you have a whole team with you to support you, and then you're all on the same page, then it's going to be easier to get through this.
So know your risks. This is very important because you want to stay prepared, and you might need to respond differently depending on the situation or depending on the disaster that's going on. And then you can find your local area. You can find risks in your local area by going to www.myhazards.caloes.ca.gov. That's an important website that we'll add to this video, and it's a good way to find your risk.
Are you ready? So we hope for today that a little bit of the knowledge that we provided you, and then the helpful tools, that you are a little bit more prepared to face any disaster, right? Yes. So remember to help yourself and help others, right? Help your family, help your friends, help your neighbors. By helping each other out, we'll become a safer community. And individuals, again, cannot do this alone, right? We're limited on the first responders that we have. So we just got to make sure that by providing that helping hand, that we can all, just succumb anything that might come our way.
So join the movement today. You can start by spreading the word about what you learned today. Share what you learned with others, how to stay prepared, what they need to look for. And for more information, you can always text us. Text YVYLA to 22828. That information will also be provided to you below. You can also find us at www.yvyla-ie.org. And to learn more about disaster awareness campaigns, please visit listoscalifornia.org or caloes.ca.gov.
Yes. Again, make sure you share, spread the movement, share this link, share this page.
And don't forget to do the survey below, because we really want to know that you learned something out of this video.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Yoselyn.
And remember, Young Visionaries is here for you.